This will be a showcase video for behavior tree tool that we created. In order to open the behavior tool, we need to go Window, Legend of Data, Behavior Tree. And here we open the graph view. In order to open the file itself that contains all the behavior logic, we need to go Open Assets, in our case enemies, and then turret. And we can see that this behavior tree follows a basic structure where it goes from root, repeats itself, and then checks all the important stuff, like if the AI is alive. And then what we are interested in is this last part where the decision to make action is done. In case of this turret enemy, the only decision it has is to shoot. And first it checks if it has line of sight to the player, and then shoots with a defined cooldown. We can change the behavior just by changing this last node, and I will showcase I prepared an example here that we will be able to do. So I will close it for now and create a duplicate of this turret behavior, and I will call it turret showcase. After that we can go back to the behavior tree and open this new file, and now we have exactly the copy of the previous behavior, but let's in this case change this shoot action to something else, and we will go for actions and despawn. Let's kill the enemy if it has a player inside, and then we need to save. After saving, we can go back to the scene where I prepared 2 enemy turrets that will behave differently. As you can see, this one has the basic one, and the other one has missing behavior. So we will just apply the turret showcase here and click play. And then one of the enemies is supposed to die when we get close enough. Let's discard those changes. And the game loaded. Let's just move towards the enemies. Here you can see the one is already shooting, and another one disappears as soon as we get close to them. So that's the showcase of the behavior tree tool, and how to use it, and how easy it is to change behaviors for enemies. The tool itself is built on Unity API for a graph view, so it's the same that you can use for creating shaders. I believe Unity introduced it in 2019 version, together with the light and HDR version. So as you can see, it's very similar to the version that the tool that we are using. You can create different objects based on the selection, and what this tool actually does is it creates a script based on the graph view. We can go to prefabs and enemies, swarmer and swarmer child, to showcase this script as a raw without any visual representation. So what this tool does, it basically creates the same structure as here, but represented in view graph. It's translated from nodes to this logic, where it goes from the top to the bottom, and it has some if statements that define what the action is supposed to be. I will include some articles about the logic that we used and the behavior tree itself, and then also I will include the GraphView documentation from Unity themselves, so it's easy to look what we actually done.